Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Sorry for the small stress, I don't know what. I went on another live, I misclicked. I'm really sorry. Anyway, we are live on the right live, luckily. Otherwise, I would not be able to see your comments. That would have been a disaster. Sorry. That's the way to start a live. I really want to say congratulations to Argentina. Congratulations to Argentina. Congratulations to Di Maria, to Paredes, or to Bianconeri, but also congratulations, of course, to Leo Messi and also to Paulo Dybala, ex-Juventus player. Unfortunately, Rabiot is going out in the final stage. He played for nearly all the game. He played more than 90 minutes anyway. He was not on the top of his form. We have to speak about that World Cup, of course. We have to speak about that fantastic game that we just watched. I was not for Argentina. You know that. If you follow the channel, you know it. But anyway, we have to say congratulations to Argentina that deservedly won today. You can discuss about penalty, not penalty. Anyway, they deserve to win. Even if France, from the 80th minute, they reacted and that offered us neutral fans, because at the end I don't care about France or Argentina, neutral fans, they gave us an epic game from the 80th minute on. 3-3 with a hat-trick of the GOAT. The GOAT, Kylian Mbappe. If today, probably the debate who is the GOAT, Messi or Ronaldo, is over, I think that we just opened a new era about is Mbappe the new GOAT, and will he surpass Lionel Messi? Mbappe that already won that World Cup, so he will not have to wait until the last game internationally of France to wait for it, because he already won it 4 years ago. We will have a lot of things to say about that game, especially Di Maria, that was fantastic. Hopefully, but really hopefully, we can have a Di Maria as we saw for the 60 minutes of today. I know there are a lot of controversy with a lot of people saying he doesn't care about Juventus, maybe he will not even come back. He gave everything for Argentina. He will never give everything for Juventus. I know the controversy. We'll speak about that. I know that Punzara already started with Ronaldo is the GOAT. Well, that's also a topic that we can speak about if you want to. But then, in the second part of the live, I really want to speak about Juventus. Baby Juventus that smashed the Premier League. The first one in Premier League. Baby Juventus, because we played with the starters, 7 players from the year 2000 on that were born. We even had players from 2003 and even 2004 in the second half. So Juventus talk will be in the second half. If you want to, you can, if you are watching in replay, you can skip for the Juve talk a bit later, when you will see that this frame will become black, because now we are in red for the World Cup. Later we will go with the black one normally. I don't know, this one, later on this one, and then we will speak about Juve. Now we speak about Argentina versus France. Congratulations for them. Ciao to all the people in the chat. Indeed, Stavros. What is Stavros saying? Oh my god, what a final. Honestly, I was one of the best I have ever seen in the World Cup, if not the best one yet. Is it the best game that you ever saw in a World Cup? Maybe we can go with a poll. The first question in the poll. Was it the best ever World Cup game? I'm speaking about game. Yes or no? I will tell you immediately without wanting to influence you. For me, it's a no. No, but it's maybe the second best one that I watched since I'm alive and able to understand football. I didn't assist to the 82 World Cup because I was 1 year, but I remember a game that for me was the epic game of the World Cup. It's Germany-Italy semi-final of the World Cup, where Italy won with a goal of Del Piero at 122 minutes after the goal of Fabio Grosso. That's for me the elite game of the World Cup. But after that, probably, yes, this one. This one was better than the final versus France in 2006. That was a great game with epic images. Zidane, le coup de boule, the header of Zidane, not the one that Buffon saved, but the one on Materazzi. This one, epic image, the goal of Materazzi in the sky, the penalty of Zinedine Zidane versus Buffon. Buffon save, fantastic save. The penalty all of them scored, the one missed by Trezeguet, and so on and so on. Cannavaro, this one remains forever in the memory of all Italian people. And after that, probably this game was fantastic. Not until the 80th minute, where Argentina was by far the best with the Di Maria until the 60th minute. That gave us so many joys, and also probably a bit of regrets and anger. Why anger? Because we want to see this Di Maria at Juventus, of course. We saw one time that Di Maria at Juventus, or maybe 1.5 times. That one time was really versus Maccabi Haifa with 3 assists of Di Maria, fantastic Di Maria. And then we had that first game versus Sassuolo with the Rabona, with a goal, the first goal, official goal of this season for Juventus, which was epic, fantastic, with a lot of sun. That was actually giving us, Juventini, a lot of vibes. The vibes of, we will do it, we will win this season. Then we know that the season didn't go like that, but that's the only thing that we saw from Di Maria. We all have in mind the injuries, and also that red card versus Monza, a game that after his loss, 10 versus 11, we totally lost versus Monza. So it's a bit of anger that we were not able to see a Di Maria like that. But again, Juventus is confirming, and I know that a lot of anti-Juve people will mock you with that. But anyway, Juventus is confirming today that, again, we have the most players winning the World Cup in our club. 27 after today, with Paredes and Di Maria joining so many Juventini. Del Piero is one of them, but you have so many of them. Cannavaro, that was still a Juve player, and so on, and so on, and so on. So Juventus, 27 players. Then we have to go to Bayern Munich. That if France was winning, would have surpassed Juve with 1 player, because they have 4 players of Bayern Munich with l'Équipe de France. They didn't do it, so in a way, yes, we won, and yes, we have still the most winning World Cup players at Juventus. Is it an annoying stat? Is it a stat for kids or whatever, or for losers? For me, no, it's actually a bit of respect for our club through the time, and even if in a really difficult time at the moment, we are still able to deliver with 2 players. So for me, it's one that I am happy about, that I'm proud about as a Juventino. Not something that will bring me a cup, absolutely not. At the end, they are playing for the national team and not for Juventus. But anyway, it's one that is making me a bit proud. So let me say hello to the people before starting speaking about that one. And I want also your epic moments of the World Cup, and also the World Cup game with Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, and so on and so on. Yes, Beppe, Cyril is saying that Messi is champions of the world. Bogdan, well done to Messi and Argentina. Stavros, oh my god, what a final. One of the best games that he saw. Stylergy, what a beautiful game and final. Congratulations to Angel and Paredes. Now they have no excuse to rest for the rest of the season. Well, I have to admit that when I saw a lot of people criticizing Angel Di Maria, I would not go that far. Why? Because if you look at the World Cup of Di Maria, that today was fantastic, and probably the real animo of Argentina for the first 60 minutes, even more than Messi, that took the stage after with that third goal of Argentina. I have to say that Argentina with Di Maria started the first game, started that second game as well, but then too many injuries, was not able to play a lot of games, didn't play in the semi-final if I'm not wrong, so he missed a few games. Guys, a guy that rested only for Argentina, he would have played. Also today, only 60 minutes for Di Maria, that gave everything, but only 60 minutes for him. I don't believe that it was faking and resting for Argentina. Personal opinion, I don't know players that are able to rest just for Argentina or for their national team. Of course, paying attention, yes, why not? Resting for, it's a difficult word, especially because otherwise you would have seen 100% Di Maria the World Cup, and this was absolutely not the case. What are you saying in the comments? Yes, it's the best game ever. I will leave it like here, like I will leave the poll alive until we change with the votes for the no, because I want the no to win. Otherwise, we don't change a vote. Anyway, ciao to Philippe that is continuing with Allegri out. Whatever happens, Allegri out. Enzo Fernandez, best youth player. His value just skyrocketed to probably 100 million. Do you agree with Enzo Fernandez? When I saw actually his trophy, it's really strange as well. All the people that were playing this game, they won all the trophies with a really disgusting goalkeeper of Argentina in the world stage after winning a World Cup, doing that kind of gesture with a trophy of the best goalkeeper. For me, sincerely, it's something really, really bad to be ashamed of. Some images that we don't want to see, we really don't want to see in the big international stage. I don't want to see neither the tackle of Paredes that went with an assassin tackle. It's not the first one. But remember everything that he created, the chaos that he created versus the Netherlands. He was about to do the same thing today again. So attention, these images, we don't want to see them. Absolutely not. PSG benefited the most from the World Cup. Yes, was written also today when I was preparing the video that at the end I didn't record because I was too late. Well, PSG benefited the most, but we knew it because they are really also organizing it. They are from Qatar. We know it. So that's a fact. The first 75 minutes were a Serie C friendly. Then it finally started for Thomas Maklouf. I'm glad Leo gets the trophy. Well deserved. Well, there was one thing that I didn't like. It was the narrative. It was the narrative that Leo Messi had to win the trophy. No matter what, he deserved to win the trophy. That narrative for me, I really absolutely didn't like, because we are pushing the narrative towards individual over team. And you know on the channel that I prefer the team over the individual. Did he deserve to win it at the end? Probably yes. Why? Not only because of Leo Messi, that was fantastic during the World Cup, but because Argentina was the best team probably. Also today they showed again that they were really strong. It's not easy when you have the Netherlands coming back, Australia coming back, and every time you are able to beat them, it means that yes, you have a moment of panic into the game and you are not able to concentrate 100%, but at the end you are able to replicate, to give an answer and go as a winner. So for me, they deserve to win. Argentina, led by captain Leo Messi, that with his fantasy, with his really strong skills, was able to win the trophy. Yes, but not because he deserved, and that's why we are happy. No. If there was another team that would have deserved it, the other team would have won. I see Marcello saying, Beppe, attenzione, because for me, Gvardiol was the best youngster and the best goalkeeper was Bono. I believe that Gvardiol is paying also for his really bad game versus Argentina. Because he was not able to keep Messi, but until there, he did fantastically well. I believe that Gvardiol was fantastic. Also, Enzo Fernandez, that was not immediately a starter, but had to win that starter position, did fantastically well. So, on that trophy, I'm okay. I'm okay with Enzo Fernandez, but also Gvardiol would have deserved to win it. Wait, because I received a donation and I want to read it in priority, to be respectful. Ciao Starboy, winning the Champions League has been I don't know about that. I don't know. You ask any player on the world, they will tell you that it's the World Cup. For us, for supporters, maybe you can change opinion, but for players, it's different. Jesus Macia with a donation. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Let me play again the beautiful... That was at the stadium, our Paul Pogba, invited by President Macron. That was a fury in the stands. Well, so this means Ronaldo is not the GOAT anymore. If we open that topic, and thank you for the donation, really appreciate it, Jesus Macias, especially if we are not speaking yet about Juventus. We will come on Juventus in a second. Well, I personally don't believe that a game is deciding who is the GOAT. Especially because they arrive in two total different ways, Ronaldo and Messi at the World Cup. First of all, the age. Messi is 2.5 years younger than Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo was really at the end of his career. He had already some difficulties last year with Manchester United, even if he was still able to bang some goals. But this season he totally flopped it, partially because of him, partially because of the club. Partially because also him deciding controversial decision to change club at the last minute from Juventus to Manchester United. But guys, he's nearly 38. In February, he will be 38. So he arrives in a total different moment. The Cristiano Ronaldo of 35 from Juventus arriving at that World Cup, well, is a different Cristiano Ronaldo. He's 3 years younger. It's a different momentum. Lionel Messi had a total flop season with Paris Saint-Germain the year before, where probably he was tranquillo, resting, saving energy, because he wanted to be in top form. You saw how Messi started this season extremely great, with a greatness that was, again, the Messi of back then, of Barcelona. Well, you see a different Messi arriving there. Can we compare the GOAT of football in one single game? No, we can't. On the other way, well, he won the World Cup. He won the World Cup. And not only he won the World Cup because he was led by Argentina, but also he was carrying Argentina. You will tell me, Beppe, he scored 5 penalties on 7. Yes, or on 8. I don't remember how many goals. Yes, it's true. Probably it's true. But the goal that he's scoring for the 3-2, the momentarily 3-2, is fantastic as well. He's there, he's scoring, he's bringing his team. And I'm not the biggest Messi GOAT fan. I'm not the biggest Messi fan, but you have to admit at a certain moment that he was really important. On the other side, you have a Portugal that totally flopped. Why? Probably because of Cristiano Ronaldo's ego and Cristiano Ronaldo refusing to understand that probably would have been better from the bench on, because of the moment of his career, the really end of Cristiano Ronaldo. Again, I think that we are lucky to have witnessed the 2 greatest players of the last 20 years. It will be hard to find again the longevity of 2 players like that were rivals, Barcelona versus Real Madrid. One that is a machine that formed himself due to work, a motivator of team, and so on and so on. And the other one that was an isolated person that was naturally gifted. So for me, the debate, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, was not decided today, but it's true that on the international state and also in the mind, in the collective mind of people, Messi has won today. But there is something else now, because it was the game Messi and Lionel Messi. If Lionel Messi, it's over. Well, today Mbappe didn't enter the stage because he was already there. And since really long. But today Mbappe showed again that he will dominate the international stage with a player like Holland. And attenzione, because we go again towards the Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Why? Because Cristiano Ronaldo, with all the respect for Portugal, in probably 80% of his career had a really low Portugal team that became a bit better through the years. They have a lot of talents. Ultimately, 2016, they won the Euro, which was a miracle at the time. Well, we are going towards a Holland with Norway, with probably a lot of lack of strength on the international stage, while we have a player like Mbappe that with France, with all the players that they have, probably they will dominate the international stage for years and years and years. If you look at his record already, if you're looking at his records already today at 24 years old, it's impressive. It's impressive in terms of goals scored in 2 World Cups. He played 14 games. He scored so many goals. I don't know by heart, but I believe it's 12 already. Juventus has the most World Cup winner in history, Sebastiano. Yes, we already read that. So that's for me what I believe. Guys, there is no way to overturn or change the result of the poll. You believe that it's the best World Cup game that you ever witnessed, and I will have to accept the poll. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. Thank you for voting. I don't agree. Anyway, Kolo Muani played well, but what a miss in the right end. I don't know if it's a miss, David, or if it's a wonderful save of the goalkeeper there. He was fantastic. The goalkeeper that, personally, I didn't really appreciate and loved the gesture. I have to admit that the goalkeeper did fantastic, not only on penalty, but also in the game, as Lloris did, because Hugo Lloris, he did fantastically well in the 90 minutes. But then, unfortunately for him, the World Cup penalties were fatal because he was not able to save them. Should never have been a penalty for Argentina. He touched him, He touched him. Slow, soft, but he touched him. M15. Davide, the match of the century, 1970, Italy versus Germany. Yes, but why am I not speaking about that game in particular? It's because I didn't witness it live. So I watched it again, of course, but I watched it actually with an eye of someone that already knew the score. Matteo, Juventino won the World Cup. And no, I'm not talking about Paredes and Di Maria. Who are you speaking about then? Matteo, who are you speaking about then? Because I didn't see any other Juventini winning the World Cup today. All the narratives are useless, I agree. Congratulations to Croatia for reaching top 3 again. Absolutely, a really small country. If I'm not wrong, 4 million people, population. That's really a small country that is doing fantastically well. Beppe, isn't Saudi Arabia the best team as they defeated Argentina? Just a joke. Yeah, but you know, a lot of people I saw online as well, wait, let me show you something on Twitter that I wanted to show you. It was this one, because people are mocking. Wait, let me show you. Are we here? Yeah. So you see here, I've tweeted this after the Saudi Arabia game. I've tweeted, Argentina's worst enemy is not Brazil, France, or Saudi Arabia, just after Argentina losing. I said it's themselves. They always suffer the big pressure in important moments. They get frustrated and collapse. They don't have the energy to fight and give up. Messi, being the captain, is representing this perfectly. Of course, there are some people that are mocking with these kind of pictures, but then they don't continue to read, because what I said is, and immediately after, so not 3 days later, I said, that being said, they remain one of the top 3-4 favorites to win, even after today's loss. So what am I saying? That whatever happened after Saudi Arabia, it was not that game that would have changed my opinion about Argentina being actually a team that could win it, and they won. And they won today, so congratulations to them, sincerely. Stavros, enough though, I still have my doubts about the commitment and not the skills capabilities of Paredes and Di Maria for our beloved Juventus. I hope they will be able to turn it around. Well, if you are looking objectively, you have two different stories. You have a Paredes that is arriving at Juventus in a real difficult moment. He's not able to overturn it. From that moment, he's going in kind of a depression and also in injury. And at today, I don't feel yet Paredes being a Juve player. This is what I feel personally. I don't feel Paredes yet a Juve player, and I need to see him. As of today, I would not extend the loan of Paredes, especially for the salary that he's earning and from what he delivered on the field. I don't even believe that it's in the intentions of Juventus to renew Paredes, even after the World Cup. A really bad first game of Paredes, totally flopped it versus Saudi Arabia, and from that moment on, he's not a starter anymore of that World Cup. McAllister, that I saw the comment earlier from some people that were saying, Beppe, probably McAllister should come to Juve. He will not, but McAllister took his spot. Enzo Fernandez took the other one. Fantastic midfield. They found the way to work, but it was not with Paredes. Paredes that didn't enter neither in that Argentina game. And when he entered, it was just with one intention. It was breaking legs of other players. Di Maria, it's another story. Di Maria always showed kindness towards Juventus publicly. Always his wife on Instagram, even if it counts what it counts. But I never saw any disrespect, not even from Paredes. Even if Paredes, I still don't feel him really a Juve player. But it's really also strange because they arrived at the end of August. They arrived in September, and November it was gone. It's 2 months and a half. So it's really strange to feel attached to these kind of players like Paredes. If on top of that you have an injury, while Di Maria always showed kindness, but unfortunately we didn't see him a lot on the field. But I feel Di Maria a bit more a Juve player today than Paredes. But Di Maria always said, I stay 1 year at Juventus. He always has been honest with that. So I'm angry because we didn't see the full power of Di Maria, and hopefully we can see him not versus Cremonese, because we know that Rabiot, Paredes, and Di Maria, they will probably arrive on the 2nd or maybe even the 4th of January, while Juventus will play versus Cremonese, and then they will maybe Maybe if they are fit, they will be there for the next game versus Udinese. If not, it will be the Napoli game. So it's a pity. We will have to wait a bit more. The referees carried Argentina? Probably yes. If you are looking at the 7 games until the final, we can probably say that Argentina was a bit helped. I believe we can say it. I think that there is no shame or really strange things in admitting it. I really believe that we saw some soft penalties being called during the tournament. They have the most penalties, even if, guys, it's like Milan. If you want to have penalties, you have to enter the box. If you don't enter the box, probably you will never get a penalty. So deserve to be there. Soft penalties given. Also, really strange decision. I was really strangely surprised when Messi's touching the ball with a hand. It happened 15-20 minutes earlier, and his teammate is receiving for exactly the same foul. He's receiving a yellow card, and Messi is not receiving it. There are some really, really strange decisions being made that was a bit supporting Argentina. Guys, we know it. It's a World Cup in Qatar. We know how big the influence is of the politics. We know it. Qatar representing Mbappe and Messi. Probably not Neymar, because we know how much Neymar was unwanted at Paris Saint-Germain. He should have been the image of Qatar 2022. That's why they bought him from Barcelona. Something broke between Neymar and Paris Saint-Germain, and it became Mbappe and now Messi. So it makes sense in a way. Now, attenzione, they were not helped to the point of changing a tournament. Some decision can change a tournament, but they are there and they probably deservedly win that tournament. I guess Maradona's passing feed Messi, so I guess Napoli might also be freed, as it looks like at the moment. Well, golf. Ibeb, I'm very happy today. Congratulations to Argentina. Davide. Pelé, Maradona, Ronaldo are all better than Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a different time. I'm also from no, maybe not Pelé. I'm not that old. I saw Maradona. I saw Brazilian Ronaldo, of course. It's a different generation. I believe it's go with generational things. If you look at longevity of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, they did more, but it was also a total different sport at the time. My favorite not my favorite player, this is not true. The one that I believe that was the best ever is Maradona, for what he did. The day that Messi, and it will not happen, of course, but the day that Messi is taking Spezia and is able to win the Scudetto, then I will say probably that Messi is better than Maradona or Ronaldo doing it. But that's not the case. That's not the case. I don't see Messi going to Spezia. Why am I saying Spezia? Because Napoli, guys, if you are really comparing, Napoli was, with all the respect to Napoli, yeah. But don't tell them, otherwise they will come here and they will be really angry. Messi has a better portiere than Ronaldo. Yeah, probably yes. It helps as well. Italy, Germany, 2006, my favorite as well. Ron, Paredes out. Hendrik is pissed off, huh? He wants him out. Maximum of likes. The Rocky, Beppe, should we go for a contract extension for Di Maria? I don't know about that. I really don't know about that yet today, now. Today I would give contract extensions to nobody, except of maybe a Nailing Jr. that probably already signed, a Locatelli. That's a different story. But I would wait. Honestly, I would even wait for Danilo. That is a player that I really like. So I try not to be biased or biased. I don't know how you say biased, whatever. Towards player that I like, I would even wait. Not because I don't trust Danilo. I would even extend him. But if you do, what kind of picture do you have? The Rocky. I mean, look at that picture. It's crazy. The Rocky. Fantastic. No, Danilo, I would wait personally because they are speaking about 2026. Guys, attenzione. Attenzione, attenzione. So, what are the moments, guys, of that World Cup? I want to, before speaking about baby Juve, because it's an important one, stay with me, bear with me, because we will speak about them, but also unveiling the Juve of the next 5 or in 5 years, which Juve it could be. An article by Giovanni Albanese. I will show you which he did, which is quite funny to see, and then we can discuss. So remain with me, but first of all, I want to see a few moments of the World Cup that I appreciate, or maybe I start maybe with a recap. I mean, it's true, it's true. Ciao Cecilia. Mbappe was on fire. He deserved the 4th goal. Dybala saved Argentina. Dybala entered. Luckily for him, he didn't miss. Huh? You know that I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm happy that he didn't miss. I didn't want that for Dybala, ex-Juve player. I don't like to prefer Messi or Ronaldo. I am a fan of both. That's a good thing. Stefan, that's the best thing. If you are able to enjoy both, like I am, then you will enjoy the best. 20 years since a non-European nation won the World Cup. Mamma mia, it was about time. Yes, because the last time they won was in 2002 with Brazil. If Juve has 150 million, we don't. So my World Cup in 1 minute, not even. My World Cup in 1 minute. I start full of enthusiasm. The World Cup, I watched, I believe, 98% of the games. I probably missed 1 or 2 games, but I watch 98% of the games where I start full of energy, motivation in a World Cup that I didn't want to enter the controversy of human rights, which if we read about it and we know, and we have to respect the human rights, and I'm totally against what happened pre-World Cup. During the World Cup, also some controversy where I was not happy. I also found it really strange that to respect the culture, they actually put for the World Cup, you know, to lift the World Cup of Messi, they have put something over his shirt of Argentina. He didn't pay attention to it because it was in the emphasis of winning the World Cup, which was more important. But it's really strange in a way, you know. It's true, every World Cup has controversy. These ones were a bit more than others, but this one's something that we started. But I try to put that aside, not because I don't respect it or I didn't care, absolutely not, I cared. But I didn't want to enter in endless conversation. I wanted to speak about football and being curious. I entered full of power, and after the group stages, or maybe not even, after the second match day of group stages, I started a bit to slow down. Of course, the resignation of all the board of Juve during Portugal, Uruguay, slowed down a bit my energy of World Cup going towards more Juve news. I was surprised by some players that I really liked. The midfield of USA, Musa, Tyler Adams, but also disappointed of USA, disappointed in Canada, 2 teams that I was curious to watch. Not surprised about Spain, surprised positively, but until a certain moment of Morocco, of course, reaching them the semi-final was something that had never been done earlier. So congratulations also for the first African team to do it. So, but I lost a bit of energy, and it's true that I didn't feel the same World Cup vibes than other World Cup because it was not in the summer, because I go out for a break and it's snowing and it's not summer, so I have to put, you know, my things. It's the first real World Cup that I watch nearly entirely with my son, so I'm happy for that one. But no, it was a beautiful World Cup. I would not say that it was the most beautiful one ever, because every year they are saying that. Not the most beautiful one ever, but we saw a lot of beautiful surprises. Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Japan winning was fantastically well. They took us with them in their dream of glory. So these were the nice moments that I appreciated during the World Cup. If we go to a tweet that I saw earlier today that I appreciated, I will not play the videos, but the Moroccan fans that were laughing was nice. This one was super nice. The memes made out of Brazil. I personally had absolutely no anger with Tite, the coach that was celebrating and dancing with the players. I don't think that it was disrespecting the opponent. I don't think that as well. Of course, then you are taking also the memes, of course, especially after that when you are losing. But I was touched by a coach that was involved with his team, so I appreciated it before personally. Best one was 2006. I agree, King Chiesa. Um, this one was nice. This one really nice. Really, really nice. The one that is changing shirt, of course, it happens every time. Rudiger run that a lot of people are not watching football. They were thinking that he was disrespecting Japan because they were winning 1-0 before losing 2-1. For me, it was not disrespecting if you know the career of Rudiger. Everywhere where he went at a certain moment, even if he's when he's running alone, he's running in that way. So for me, it was not. The kids that are involved dancing as Brazil was nice. Romero that was kicking Martinez to celebrate. The memes of a song were nice. The wife quoting with a third eye his men that was watching other girls was really nice. Some people that wanted to bring the Mexican fans that wanted to bring alcohol in the stand was something fantastic that I loved it. Mbappe laughing that I didn't think it was disrespecting versus England, because like this you would say, yeah, probably he's laughing. He was not laughing, he was celebrating a really turning point of the World Cup. Let me know, guys, if you have other things in mind than these memes. The Michael Jackson dance of the small kids were nice. This one was in the beginning of the World Cup, of course. Where is Messi? Where is Messi? Well, where is Messi? He's on the top of the world today. Mexican fans breaking the television. We know it. Football can make some people really, really angry. This one was fantastic. El Yamik kissing Pepe's forehead because he missed the potential 1-1. Some people from Saudi Arabia breaking the doors and putting them out was fantastic. We saw a lot of them, so it was really beautiful. Moroccan fans that were... this one was really fantastic. That was actually thinking that he was celebrating with another Moroccan fan, but when she turned around, she was a Canadian fan, and she showed the middle finger. Was really nice. Mbappe that was actually fooling Poland with his fake movement, taking the red card, beating Brazil was beautiful. So at the end, historic moments, really, really great moments that I really appreciated. A lot of them were really great. Anyway, the games that were actually 200 minutes instead of 90, also something else. Anyway, that was for the World Cup that I appreciated. Then there was one of the first messages of today of Henrik was, Beppe, stop, can we now speak about Juventus? Is it time to speak about Juventus and forget about this one? Hey guys, don't fight, please, don't fight in the chat. Controversies, basta. I said, and that was my guideline, I will not enter controversies on the channel. I respect all cultures, all religion. I don't enter them. Why? Because first of all, I have no proofs, no evidence. I'm not even aware 100% of what happened or not. So I will not. So I'm asking kindly, guys, to not start these kind of discussion, because then I will silence you. Okay, let's speak about football and the good moments that we lived. Is Dybala kind of Italian? Yes, kind of Italian, kind of Poland, but also and especially Argentinian player and also nationality. From the mother side, they have Polish citizenship or origins. From the father side, grandfather, and so on, Italian ones. But many Argentinians are indeed. So, can we speak about Juventus? Is it time for Juve? Calcio Benising, Beppe, vamos con Juve. And it's time. It's about time. Over 50% of Argentina has Italian descendants. It's true, Shatterstar. Yeah. Because big Italian ones. Huh? Hey, you saw fresh look today. Huh? Fresh look. I forgot here the mustache. I forgot the mustache, but for the rest, fantastic today. Fantastic. Okay, can we speak about Juve? It's time. People are not answering me. They are not answering me today. Mamma mia! I think I annoyed a lot of people on Twitter, because I made that stat of clubs that won the most World Cup winners: 27 Juventus, 24 Bayern, 21 Inter, Roma, Santos, which is not insulting, it's just a stat. I saw a lot of people are not happy. Because it's the Milanista. The Milanista are not happy. 27 world champions, only 2 Champions League. You see, they are not happy. They are laughing. They are not happy, man. This is the only trophy, my friend Art. This is the only trophy that the Juventus will win today, but it's not the trophy. It's not the trophy. But let's see if Napoli will win. Let's see. Let's see if they will win, because as far as I know, they didn't win yet. So some people are not happy. They are not happy. Anyway, we know it. And when we speak about Juve, a lot of people are angry. They are angry. They hate Juventus. And that's why we change the concept now. We go from the red of the World Cup to the black of Juventus. First of all, I want to say thank you to my friend Aman, that is not in the chat today. But my friend Aman that took care of all the beautiful skins and overlays, that he made specially for me for the World Cup. Thank you, Aman. Let's show them again. Last time, this was not it was also here. But anyway, here we had this one, and then the one that I really appreciated was this one for the World Cup. Was really nice. So thank you, Aman, for the support. And now we go to the black version. Andiamo, ragazzi, because it's over now. We stop. Hey, where is it? How is it possible? Here we go. We are set. Now we are in full Juve mode. Salve MP, buongiorno, buonasera, Forza Juve, let's go Juve, Forza Juve, Forza Juve, Forza Juve. 36% of Brazilian are Italy bloated, yes. Take it off from here and talk about Juve. It's time, like Paul Labil Pogba would say. So speaking about Juventus, guys, yesterday there was a game, Juve versus Juve, and we know it, we saw all the game. Juventus versus Arsenal. Arsenal. The first thing I want to show you, maybe with an image, is this one that I'm sure you will appreciate. I'm sure about that. It's this one. Can I put it on? Why can't I see it? No, wait. It's not working. Oh no, a lot of files are not working today. Damn, that's a pity because I had a lot. Anyway, maybe I have to go to Twitter to show you the image of this one I wanted to show you. If we are speaking about Arsenal, Juve, we have to speak about this image of yesterday. Fantastic. Why? Allegri smiling with the one that we know, the smile that we know. Because if you're looking at the stats of yesterday, it was a disaster. I made a watch along. Thank you for watching, a lot of people. Well, 2-0 Juventus winning over Arsenal. But if you're looking at the possession, 26% possession. 4 goal attempts, only 2 on target, and one of them was not even the goal. By the way, we won with 2 own goals, one by Xhaka, the other one by I don't remember. Anyway, the one that was starting as a right back from Arsenal. Anyway, you see these stats. Are we happy that we won? Yes or no? Well. I would say yes, because the result is what matters. On the other side, I would say, guys, it was a friendly, and I always said, the result, I always want to win. I want to win in a game, family, Juve A versus Juve B. So I always want to win, but it's still a friendly. If we go back to Arsenal, they have played already 3 friendlies. The one of Juve was their 3rd friendly. They were already playing versus Milan. They played another friendly, so it was already the 3rd one. They were already more informed than Juve. They beat Milan 2-1. They come to Juve with a lot of starters, while Juventus is playing with 7 players that were from the year 2000 on. If we go to Juventus FC, I can show you what happened yesterday. I wanted to show you this morning with videos, but anyway, I can't. So we have to scroll a bit to the starting lineup of Juve. If you're looking at here, I prepared it. What do we see? Hey, don't tell me I lost the paper. Here we are. So we have Perin, that is a sub-goalkeeper. It's not the first goalkeeper, even if there is the debate, Perin or Szczesny. Perin is the goalkeeper. Then you have a three-man defense made of Rugani, you have Gatti, and you have Riccio. Gatti and Rugani are not starters at Juve. They are the fifth and sixth choice in Juve's defense. Then you have Riccio, 2002 player from the next gen, comes from Juve under 19, grew up, is now with the next gen. He impressed a lot. I want to speak about Riccio in a second. Mattia Soulé, 2003. Fagioli, not a starter. Fagioli, 2001. Can we say that Fagioli is a starter at Juventus? If we are really honest, can we say that he's not a starter at a complete Juventus that should have Pogba, Rabiot, even Paredes, Locatelli, McKennie, and so on and so on. Then, does he deserve to be a starter? This is another discussion. But how many games did he start as a starter? Not even Lecce. But from the game of Lecce, he started to be a starter because of the injuries and also because of his convincingly performances. But it's a player that if you're looking at the matches and the minutes that he plays in Serie A, we can't really compare. Over McKennie, I agree. Veritas, I will answer the question of Cecilia in a second. I will give you an answer on that one. I think it's a really great one to give you an answer. But wait, this question: why should Loca renew his contract now? I will explain, or I will give you my opinion. Then we can discuss. Attenzione! Benjamin Laminen became a member of the channel, and this is something that I really like. A new member. Ooh! And then I will start the message of Cecilia because I want to answer. Benjamin Laminen that became a member on the channel, and this is something that I really, really appreciate. Why? Because it's showing trust to the channel. We know that with the channel we are having one objective, and it is reaching, or at least trying to reach 13. 23,000 Juventini on the channel before 2023. 23,000 before 2023. We are now at 22,937. So that means that the community is growing. But the people that are subscribing, I will be always infinitely thankful for them because, you know, it takes a lot of courage to just subscribe to the channel. But then you have the next step. The people that are becoming member on the channel. And why am I really, really thankful? Because that's really a sign of recognition, a sign of thank you, a sign of trust and appreciation of what I try to do on the channel. So thank you, Benjamin. But also thank you to King Munti, 13 months on the channel, renewing for 30 months, something incredible. Incredible. Thank you, King Munti. Thank you, Benjamin. I continue this because I need to answer the question of Cecilia. So we continue with Fagioli 2001. Then Barrenechea, player from the under 23, born in 2001. Barbieri 2002, player from the under 23, right back. Never played with Juve. One appearance for him, a few seconds in Champions League. One appearance from Enzo Barrenechea with the first team. By the way, Enzo Barrenechea was watching the World Cup together with Soulé at the home of Soulé. We know how close friends they are. Miretti, 2003. And Moiskin, 2000. Moiskin, is he a starter of Juve? No, he's behind Milik, behind Vlahovic, but he's still a year 2000. So if you're looking at that lineup, the only real starter that you have in that lineup is Locatelli. Locatelli that you can even doubt. Yes or no? Why? Because if you look at that famous interview of Allegri released to Mario Sconcerti, that unfortunately, because he was a really big journalist on television but also on paper, in the past, he was also vice director of Gazzetta dello Sport. He passed away yesterday. I heard heart attack, but I can't confirm 100%. But that last controversial interview of Allegri was leaked with Sconcerti, and in that interview they were saying that the starting lineup in the midfield should be Paredes, Pogba, and Rabiot if everyone was 100% fit. Never happened with Pogba. It's a big question mark, so we don't even know. So Locatelli is probably the only starter of the game of yesterday. Juventus didn't play well. If we are speaking about calcio champagne, if we are speaking about offensive football, if we are speaking about identity, if we are speaking even in a counter-attack, Juventus yesterday defended. If we are really honest, yesterday Juventus defended. They defended the whole game, but can we agree that it was really hard versus an Arsenal at their third friendly and Juventus their first friendly, with Juventus that was playing with people that didn't know each other because you are playing with three different teams. Juventus first team bench players, Juventus under 19, Juventus next gen. You are playing with three different mixed melting pot of players that are playing probably for the first time together. A lot of players out of position, like Soule out of position. Even Rugani, that played a good game yesterday, was playing on the left in that three-man defense. Miretti out of position, playing again behind the striker that this time was Moiskin. So we have to say that these players were playing out of position. I answered the question of Cecilia, and then I will come back on the game of yesterday. Why Loca should renew his contract so soon? Well, Locatelli is a young player, 24, still young, born in 98, if I'm not wrong. A player that understood immediately what Juventus is and was, has a heart for Juventus, and it's a player that has a lot of potential already shown in Serie A, but a big margin to grow. But one of his best skill is his adaptability in playing wherever on the midfield. He can play on the left in that box-to-box in a three-man midfield. He can play on the right in that box-to-box in the midfield. He can play as a defensive regista, but he also can play in a double pivot with two-man midfield. And actually, ironically, his best position, or the one that he prefers, is two-man midfield in a kind of 4-2-3-1, like sometimes they were playing at Sassuolo. So, if we are really honest, it's a midfielder that is young, is really adaptable in the midfield. He has a really great football knowledge. It's a player that is able to open left, open right, can play with both feet. He can also go on target with a beautiful shot. I believe that this season he was really unlucky at some moments. Let me say thank you to Stefan Punch, that became a member of the channel today, a friend even. Grande Stefan, really appreciate it, my friend. Really, thank you. Locatelli, we will buy him at the end of this season fully. Is from us, of course. If he plays 1 minute in 2023, January or February, he becomes automatically a Juve player. There is absolutely no doubt in that. But then you need some continuity. A lot of people are already saying in the entourage of Juve or inside of La Continassa, he is the future captain of Juve in terms of attitude, behavior. He's not a controversial player. He's someone that adapts, can play with different coaches, offensive coaches, defensive coaches. Yesterday, again, the spirit of sacrificing himself, being a bit the light of that midfield in difficult moments. Maturity of a player that really loves the club. I believe that he has everything to deserve that renewal. Is he the ideal midfielder to have as a starter in every single game? No. No, I agree with that. I agree with Cecilia on that one. We saw some sparkles of Locatelli last year. We saw some flashes at the end of this year where we were winning 6 games in a row. He had a disaster start at the beginning of this year, but he's also a player that is not earning pharaonica, these kind of big monies. I can be wrong. I can be wrong, but I believe that he has a contract of 3.5 million per year. If you're looking at a Paredes, 7 million. If you're looking at the Pogba, 8 plus 2. if you're looking at the Rabiot, I believe it's also there, 7.5, something like that in terms of salary. So, contract is also not expensive, for a player that is incarnating actually everything what Juventus is speaking about in terms of long strategy. Italian player, young player, Juventinità, and sustainable in terms of money. These are all the reasons why Locatelli can be renewed and why I should renew Locatelli. Then if you're looking at the performances today, probably it's a player that we were expecting a bit more. I was expecting a bit more this season and couldn't find the continuity. On the other hand, can we be angry at a player that is actually showing at a certain moment that everyone is starting on the 6th of December, the training, and 2 weeks before he starts already training with the under 23 and under 19? Guys, I would not. Can we do a poll about that? I would love to do a poll about Locatelli renewal. Does Locatelli deserves a renewal? Yes, 100%. Yes, but wait until end of season. Not sure, still need to prove. Or fourth, no, surely not for what he showed. 4 options. At least Cecilia will have the voice of the people, of what people are thinking. I try to speak well about Locatelli. Then it depends on you, of course. Rugani always played good for us. That's another topic that I want to go for, because I want to go player by player. Can we speak about the... well, first the team, while you are voting about Locatelli. The team yesterday, could they do more? I don't believe they could do more. I don't believe they could do more. They did what they could, and to be honest, the 2-0, I don't know how it comes. Is it luck? I want to say no, because it's not the first time that Juventus is winning games with nearly 0 shots on target. With 0, you remember that game versus Fiorentina in Coppa Italia with a goal of Venuti after a cross of Quadrado at the end. Well, it's not the first time that Juventus has that ability of remaining in control of the game, giving the ball possession to the other, defending, and if there is one occasion, going up and actually winning that game 1-0. Yesterday they did 2-0. But can we give credits to a team that yesterday, again, I show you, they played with 7 players after 2000, starting the game with Riccio, Barbieri, Barrenechea, that are not even in the first team, Sule with 160 minutes in Serie A, I believe, no, or total Juve between Serie A and Champions League. Guys, Gatti, Rugani, I believe they did really fantastically well yesterday. It was a really great defensive test. Allegri said as well, I saw a lot of maturity in the young kids yesterday in how they understood how important it was in defending a result, which probably will give him also a boost of confidence in giving trust in the future in these young players. And that's also a really beautiful message that yesterday we received from these young players. Perin was Perin. He did really well at a certain moment in the first half. He saved Juventus 2 times. Riccio impressed me defensively. Fantastic. Rugani played well, and that's the comment of a bit earlier that I want to take back from Jean Elias. Rugani, every time that he's playing with Juve, is doing well. I agree. My problem with Rugani, I said it in the post-game, is that he's earning too much to be the 5th defender. Because we know it, huh? Today we have, in the 3-man defense, Alexandro, Danilo, and Bremer. Then you have Bonucci. The 5th one is Rugani. If not the 6th, because Gatti is probably the one that received more chances. It's our 6th defender that is earning 3.5 million, 4 million, I don't know how much, or 3.2, I don't know. Anyway, too much for Rugani for being the one that is captain in friendlies, because it's not the first time that Rugani is captain in a friendly. A bit too much for me, but if we are honest about the performance of Rugani, yesterday he did really well, one of the best. But of course, I was really impressed by the other one. By the other one that yesterday was fantastic is Riccio, Alessandro Riccio, that yesterday impressed me so much. Playing in a three-man defense, he's not used to playing in a three-man defense usually, but yesterday he took the role of Bremer in the middle, physically strong. He was on the player, always concentrated. I was fantastically really surprised about Riccio yesterday. I don't know you guys, but for me, wow. There is 20 centimeters of snow in Finland. And MPs playing football in 20 meters slow. Fantastic. Beppe, the Pinzo move, surely. Yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Also, the TikTok of Juve that they made, it was fantastic. When does Argentina bus load of women arrive? We have to ask Berlusconi, Ron. Barbieri, we will come to Barbieri in a second, but I have to admit that Riccio yesterday, in terms of physicality and so on, was great. Gatti was disappointing yesterday. Gatti didn't play well. He made some mistakes. Rugani as well. Because I see, who was it? Marco. Marco is saying, sorry to disagree about Rugani yesterday. Rugani at a certain moment is committing, I believe, twice in a row is committing a horrible take with these kind of strange passes to the opposition that was about to actually make us concede. I believe it's coming from his pass that we concede that post from Nketiah, which was disaster, and probably that's why Rugani, you can't allow yourself to do these kind of mistakes. Even one a game is too much. On the other side, he played for the rest of the game. He played quite well. For me, again, and I tell you, Rugani, for me, should not be a Juve player. Or he was a starter, thanks to his development of career. If he didn't arrive yet today, then it's too late. It's not a luxury bench. We don't have the money to have a luxury player like him. Unfortunately, his contract will go until 2024. But can I be really angry about Daniele Rugani? No. But Gatti for me was a bigger disappointment. Why? Because it's not the first time that I see him, because of lacking of experience, do his really crazy passes or lacking in man marking. It was a bit worrying. So it showed again the fact that probably he's not ready to be a starter at Juve. No, probably. Surely he's not ready to be a starter at Juve. It's a pity, but it's the reality. Can we go to the other players? Because we had a question about Barbieri. Barbieri is a right back. He entered with Juventus in Champions League as a left back, and everyone was assuming that he was the new left back of the century because he played 3 minutes and he did like 2 runs. Yesterday, guys, he scored a lot of beautiful points. Yesterday, he impressed a lot of people yesterday. Mamma mia, Barbieri, fantastic game. Can we see the image of Barbieri here? Look at here. Fantastic with number 42. Now, yesterday, Barbieri was on fire. He playing in, it's not even his original position because normally they are playing with 4 as a right back. But yesterday, he adapted himself as a wing back on the right side. He did really great. He did really great, Barbieri. Can he be promoted? I believe that it's not a mystery that he was called up in Champions League and also received already the first minutes. Yesterday I saw some controversy about why Kenan Yildiz was not called up. Well, Kenan Yildiz will probably be promoted to under 23, and that's the path, that's the journey. By the way, we lost 3-0 with our under 23 next gen, but he entered at the 17th minute of the second half and he did really great. Mancini is the new striker of the future, Mancini. And he was also called up with the under 23. Haza called up with the under 23. So, we are moving steps, but we are not also obliging players to be burned, because we did it in the past with some players. or not we, but you launch and then they burn themselves, they disappear. So we are really cautious about how we are managing. I would absolutely not criticize Juventus in the way they are doing it, because if we are really honest, Juventus is showing today that managing the youth is something where we are excelling today, where if you're speaking about 5 years back, we were a total disaster. We were absolutely not leaders in how we were managing youth, not only in the chances that we were giving them in first team, but also how we were investing in them in the youth sector, how we were believing in them, and when we had a few players with some skills, we were thinking about them like profit gains, so selling them so that we could cash in a bit of money instead of believing in them. But since 4 or 5 years when we started with investing in believing in that project of next gen, guys, we can say that Juventus is doing really, really well. I need to continue with the other players, but yesterday Barbieri, he's the next in line. Can he integrate that first team? Depending on the mercato, I believe yes, because what he showed yesterday, I believe he can enter there. What about the poll of Locatelli? Well, 100% yes, Cecilia, I'm sorry for you, but they would renew him immediately. Yes, but wait until the end of the season, 28%. Not sure, still needs to prove for 8% of the people. 0 voted for no, surely not for what he showed yet at Juventus. So 64%, it's still significant for a yes. And if you add on that 28 that said yes, but wait until the end of the season, it's not a bad score for Locatelli. Cecilia, I hope that you are convinced a bit more. If you are not convinced, I'm sorry. But you are probably right and I am wrong. Anyway, be peloso. Became an ultra bianconero, became a supporter of the channel thanks to the membership. Really, really appreciate it. Hey, today we are going with a lot of memberships. That makes me really, really, really happy. Let's see if we increased a bit the followers on the channel. 20,937. Hey, we lost one. We were at 38. In the meanwhile, we lost one. I don't know who did it. He was not happy. Probably Cecilia went away because she was not happy with the people voting for Locatelli to extend his contract. Let me try to do something. Can I do it here? I'm not sure. I want to try to do something. Wait. I'm not sure if I'm able to do it or not. I will try. Be patient with me. Bear with me. I will try. I don't promise you that it's possible. I will try. Be patient. Be patient. 1 second, and then we continue speaking about the other players as well. Attenzione. 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 Should be okay. One second. It takes long, huh? It takes long. They should make it faster. Anyway, here we go. Membership. Random membership offered to someone from the channel. I don't know who it is, but I'm happy that I offered to someone. Let's see who received that membership. Oh, Punsara! Ooh, I'm happy for Punsara. Punsara that received the gift. Congratulations, Punsara. Oh, You know why it makes me happy? Because Punsara is always watching every single video. A lot of time he's saying, I'm the first one to watch the video, to comment the video. So if it had to be random, I'm super happy that it's to someone that is actually a real loyal from every single day of every single video. Super, super happy. Thank you, Punsara. No, thank you, Beppe, to Punsara. Thank you, Beppe. Grazie, Beppe. Anyway, super. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm a kid. I'm happy with small things. The first subscriber is out. Maybe yes. Cecilia, why we didn't have a Locatelli? But then Cecilia continued because she replied, attention, she's happy with the 63%. Cecilia is happy with I'm happy. 60%, 63% is okay. Is okay. Good. Good. Anyway. Ciao Dan, ciao Beppe. I heard Vialli has got cancer again, and very sad news. Yeah, Dan, that's a really, really bad news. Of course, it's a really bad one. It's not that he has again. You know, he said it in a recent interview. It's not the battle that you win. It's a battle that you continue all your life to fight against. I also want to say that cancer is not a battle that you win or that you lose. There are no losers or winners in the fight against cancer. It's not because, unfortunately, some people are passing away that you lost the battle. I don't like to see things like that. It's really bad. It's really bad. You know, in the recent days, I spoke about leukemia of Mihailovic, saying that it was really sad news, but also speaking about the people from the channel that are in far away or close way suffering from someone affected or maybe themselves affected, that it was something that was harsh. Vialli suffering again and had to say stop to the Nazionale to heal himself is really a bad news. Of course it is. Really sad. Really sad. So thoughts are going to Vialli, to the family of Sinisa Mihailovic, also to Mario Sconcerti, that probably a lot of English fans do not know, but he was an important face of Italian football, sport, but also again thoughts to all the people that are in this beautiful community of Juventini. Benjamin, grande Beppe, grande Punsara. How was Barrenechea? And that's the next name that we have to speak about after Barbieri. We have to speak about Barrenechea. Barrenechea Enzo, that together with Sule arrived at the same moment. Sule is 2 years younger. Barrenechea, unfortunately, also him had a big injury. Was not able to play for Juventus for a long time. He needed a bit to come back at his level. He's showing beautiful things with the youth academy, with the under 23, with the next gen. He entered a few minutes in Champions League. We didn't see Enzo Barrenechea. Yesterday he had a big opportunity. And I don't believe that, because he was not doing well, to be really honest, he was not doing well. But I believe that it's not a mystery that Allegri is leaving him for the entirety of the game. I would have subbed him out in a way because he was not performing really well. I would have insisted maybe on putting Miretti in his initial role and Barrenechea out, maybe putting Serri in as a second striker, maybe. But Allegri insisted on Barrenechea. Barrenechea didn't play a really great game. He was lost in that midfield. Punsara. No, he's not playing for the women team. He's the one that is looking like Dybala, the same face as Dybala. Wait, I will show you the picture. Wait, can I show you the picture of Barrenechea? Because they show him yesterday today they showed him here. Here is the one that is looking really like Paolo Dybala. Well, Barrenechea for me played not a great game, lost in that midfield. Made of Fagioli, Locatelli, and himself. But he's the one that is recuperating that ball of the 2-0 because of his pressing, recuperating that ball, carrying that ball, and then deciding to give that ball to Iling Jr. To Nongue again, Iling Jr. And then it's a goal deflected by a defender of Arsenal. Yesterday they were really friendly with us. Not only they're losing the battle of the calciomercato with Vlahovic, with Kostic, even with Locatelli, especially, but also yesterday the friendlies there. Arsenal, they love to lose versus Juve on the field, off the field, whatever, they love to lose. But no, he was the one that did actually. That was really great at the 90th minute. Except of that, not ready yet. Then it would be harsh to judge Barrenechea only on one game in a friendly versus a 70% starter team of Arsenal with Juventus. I think it would be excessive to judge him really bad, and Barbieri would be excessive to judge him as the next Dani Alves, for example. So let's be patient in judging them. Good for him to put minutes, but if we are objectively judging yesterday, no, it was not the best game of Barrenechea ever. Not yet. Riccio, we already spoke, the defender. Barbieri, we already spoke. Who else do we have of yesterday? Because we have to go player by player. So we said Perin, Riccio, Gatti, Rugani, Barbieri, Barrenechea. Locatelli yesterday, defensively again, good, really good defensively. Offensively, was missing a bit. Was missing creativity, was missing of Locatelli, but it was really harsh. Wait, we will come to Nongue, Marcello. We will come to Nongue. We will come to them because that's a player I really wanted to talk about when we finished these ones. So Locatelli, we already spoke a lot about him. We know him. He was yesterday the veteran. Of course, you had Rugani with the armband, but Locatelli was the most experienced one in that midfield. Then you had Fagioli. Fagioli was day and night, light and dark yesterday, Fagioli. Because again, they were not able, Locatelli and Fagioli, to carry that midfield yesterday. A lot of in difficulty. If Locatelli was helping a lot, the defensive line that was actually from 3 became a 5-man defense plus the support of Locatelli, who were at a certain moment with 6 defending Arsenal. Well, Fagioli was, yes, he brought that beautiful cross that brings that 1-0 at the end of the first half. He's also the one that is taking his chance in the beginning of the second half. I didn't watch enough of Fagioli, but today I have to admit that when he's playing at certain moments of the game, I still see some maturity of the player. He's growing well, and he starts to have also some confidence. So, no, good performance of Fagioli. Good performance of Fagioli. Even if, sometimes I missed a bit of things, but he was okay. Soulé, yesterday he played as a left back. He played as a left back. Why? Because if you play a 3-5-2, where Juventus and Arsenal are battling with a 50% ball possession, you can see 50% of the time Soulé with the ball. Or at least with the team going up with some solutions coming from him. And you see him when he has the opportunity to go up, you see the sparkles, you see the intention, you see the will. But yesterday with 76% ball possession from Arsenal, he played on the left, while normally he's a player that loves to play on the right, like a bit Di Maria today. You see, Di Maria played in that 4 kind of, offensive Argentina on the left side. He was not supposed to go on target with his shot. Then Di Maria, of course, is doing it today. Fantastic Di Maria. The 60 minutes that he played. Well, Soulé, if he played in the offensive Argentina of the first half versus La France, probably would have judged Soulé in a total different way. He's not a wing back. He's not a left back. He's not a right back. He's a player that needs to play offensively in a 4-3-3. Yesterday, we learned that Juventus wants to continue in a 3-5-2 until recuperating all the players, and then maybe switching or evolving towards another system. But at the moment it's 3-5-2, and in a 3-5-2 it will be really hard for Soulé to enter. It will be really hard. Miretti disappointing yesterday again. Also for him, I would love to see Miretti again in a normal position, which is or a 3-4-3 with a fake number 10 that is playing as a additional offensive player from the midfield, so midfielder with the authorization to go up, or really in the 3-5-2 or 4-3-3, but then in the middle, which is not. So he's sacrificing a bit of his position. It's true that after the game of Benfica, we lost a bit of sparkle of Miretti that finished last year fantastically well, started this year fantastically well. That Benfica game, that penalty cost of Miretti is playing. But I would ask you a favor, please be kind with Miretti, because it's a player that now for one time we Juventini, we have to show that we believe in the youth, that we are not trend jumpers. That means jumping from one trend to the other. From Miretti, we jump to Fagioli. From Fagioli, we jump on Ealing Jr. From Ealing Jr., we will jump on Ennonghe. From Nonghe, we will jump on Barbieri. And no. We will have to show some maturity in saying we want Juventus to play with the youth. Beautiful sound, beautiful sound. I will come back on Niraj donation, but we have to show maturity now in also giving these players a bit of time and respect, and also the opportunity to make mistakes. If we are not able, as supporters, to give a 19 years old player that played only 1 year in third division, arriving at Juve, playing out of position, if we are not able to give him the time to grow, to do mistakes, then we are wrong. Then the project youth will never work. It will never work. If you put a Musaya in a perfect playing Bayern Munich, you will see a bit less mistakes, because the other ones are covering the mistakes of the young player. That today is the national team of Germany, playing some beautiful World Cup. At least for him, he was doing quite okay. Pedri and Gavi are coming from the youth sector, that they are playing one style, they are growing, they are at the other level of Miretti today, but also them do some mistakes sometimes. Well, give time to Miretti to play, to do some mistakes. I don't agree with Miretti needs to go on loan. I would not do that personally. I would have done it maybe at the beginning of this season. I was not in favor of doing it, but I would have understand it. But let them grow with Juve. He's receiving playing time. Let him continue, especially if you are looking at our injury list that is immense. No, give him trust. Give him trust also in the project that you are able. But he will have to grow. So that's what I'm asking. Then, of course, guys, what I'm asking, who am I to ask you to do? You do whatever you want, of course. He looks like Quadrado replacement. Speaking about Barbieri, I believe. He had Marquinhos in his pocket. It's true. Beppe, are the rumors that Messi played his last... Probably. I hope for Messi. It makes no sense to continue. Anyway, Nirai, thank you for the donation, my friend. Really, really appreciate it. Now we wait for Juve Boom Boom, annual Napoli choking, and I will not say the word. Time to clean up finances and makes the hater more angry. The haters are already angry. They are already angry. Let's see. Wait, I need to answer someone. Wait. I received a private message of someone I needed to answer. They're already hating Nirai. I wrote that Juventus had the most World Cup winners with 27. They're already hating. They hate for everything. Mamma mia, I don't understand. Why are you hating so much? Well, they are hating, and now I agree with Nirai. Now we have to come back. Unfortunately, it will be more difficult as what we were planning. It will be more difficult as what we were planning. We have good news that some youngsters, I didn't even finish the list. We have to continue because there is Nonge and so on. But we have some beautiful news is that our young kids, they are growing. And we have the quality that I promise you, I tell you, I'm 41. You see it, I have no hair, not even a single hair anymore. Well, we have I can tell you that I never saw so many talented young players at Juventus. They are not yet the new Messi, but incredible. And that's a really beautiful news. On the other side, what we are missing is our first team players, because Federico Chiesa that should start training back on the 27th. Paul Pogba that we have absolutely no idea when he will be back. We don't know. The papers, they are inventing dates. They are making me hot, warm. He will be back next week, tomorrow. And then, no, Allegri always said, stop speaking about him. We don't know. He didn't even run 1 meter. Well, so Rabiot will not be there. Rabiot will not be there because he will arrive after. And how will he arrive? I know that he had that virus of the camel. He was sick. Today he received a big knock on the head. He was exhausted. Rabiot, that played a really beautiful World Cup. I'm sad for Adrien Rabiot, and we know that we can't count on him. So one thing was the Rabiot that start of the season, keeping in form, going to the World Cup. But then you have now a Rabiot that knows that it's at the end of his contract. I don't doubt that Rabiot will continue to play. Thank you, Nirai. What to do with Rabiot? Well, we are speaking about him. Thank you for your donation, Nirai. Well, I have no doubt that he will continue to try to give his best for Allegri. Allegri that he publicly thanked in press conference at the World Cup because he says it's thanks to Allegri, the trust and also the tips and how he made me grow. So he will not want to disappoint him. But losing a final, mentally coming back to Juve after losing a final is hard, and guys, it's really hard. It's a pity because he was not there in 2018. Do you remember? So he could have won the World Cup for the first time, and he didn't. And he probably deserved it as well for the World Cup performance that he delivered. Well, that will not be the case. Vlahovic, growing pain, pubalgia. When will he be back? How will he be back? We don't know. Chiesa will go with up and down, Squadrado at the end. So it will be hard, Nirai. It will be really hard. But I hope that Juventus can stick together and start immediately. We will have to count on the 3 Brazilian ones. Hopefully they can continue what they showed in the last part of Serie A in that 3-man defense. Kostic being back. On the right side, well, Quadrado difficult. If we go on the Mercato, why not? Otherwise, it will be maybe an addition of a Barbieri, but is he ready to offer this game in, game out? In the middle, we have enough options, but are these options valid enough to compete versus a +10 Napoli? Why am I saying +10? Because that's the difference in points. We don't know. How will Paredes come back? Will he start playing for Juve? What about Di Maria? Keane is super in form. That's the good news. So, I have a lot of questions about how Juventus will start back. If we were hoping that 2023 we start with 95% of Juventus healthy and being able from January the 4th to beat or to try to beat everyone, but at least compete with equal arms with other teams. That means a valid team that is able to take decisions about formations, about players. Well, I don't know. I don't even know about McKennie. I have a lot of questions about our team. I'm telling you the truth. I think that a lot of players will play with more attachment to the shirt, more Juve DNA, Juve mentality, more close to the coach versus the first part of the season. I really believe that, and I'm really convinced about that. But I have always that problem of asking myself, yes or no, will Juventus be able to be stronger than the injuries? That's a big question I have. You see, Iran injury news has grown beyond tiresome. It's an annoying one. It was a disaster. The choice that we made to go probably in LA, Dallas, and Las Vegas. Big temperatures. We totally missed up. Then you will tell me Real Madrid, Barcelona went there as well, and they are quite okay. It's true. But if you know that historically Juventus already had problems, it's not new for Juventus, then it's really annoying. Attenzione, because here I have a problem. No. I have a problem, guys. Oh la la. Oh no. Oh no. Guys, I broke my shirt. I don't know why. I don't know why. Anyway, we don't care. We don't care. But that's for me a big question mark. I have to finish the players. What I think about Joao Felix, good player. Of course, I like the player, but I don't believe that he will join Juventus. Absolutely not. So I don't even want to talk too much about him because for me it makes no sense to spend words on Joao Felix that Atletico Madrid will want probably 100 million, 80 million, 100 million. He has a really high salary. So forget about Joao Felix. It makes no sense. But it's a really good one, huh? It's a really good one. Wait, because I have to go back to the Juventus players because we didn't finish. We didn't finish yet. By the way, fantastic image here. Huh? Fantastic image of Juventus, world champions, Paredes and Di Maria. Here, that's a fantastic image as well. Huh? Fantastic image of Di Maria. Wait, where is the list? Look at that. Hey, Juventus was full power today. Full power. Sule. By the way, for the people that are still live, I have a really big. I have a good news. I have a good news for tomorrow. Stay with me. Wait, we spoke about Sule, we spoke about Miretti. Moiskin, I want to say Moiskin. He didn't have a lot of chances yesterday, but when he had the chance, well, he physically impressed me. He really impressed me. What about the subs, guys? Emanuele Zuelli entered, also really beautiful. Who else entered? Nonge, Ealing Jr., Ake entered, didn't play really his role. Also him, a bit victim of playing another role. But wait, I will tell you all the players that entered for Juve. Pinsoglio, good yesterday. Good. Yeah, by the way, guys, I'm on another app and I'm looking at the stat of Pinsoglio. Can you look at the stat? Look at the score of Pinsoglio. Look at the score of Pinsoglio. 10. Who did that? Who did this? He received a 10. Fantastic. Pinsoglio with a 10. Mattia Perin. Guys, look. Mattia Perin, he received 6.5. He did some saves. Clean sheet for Mattia Perin, 6.5. Then you go to Pinsoglio, 10. Why? Why did he receive a 10? I know that he did that beautiful move, but anyway. 10 is maybe a bit exaggerated, no? Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Wait, because we didn't finish. Pinsoglio, okay, Pinsoglio. I think it's the first time I see Pinsoglio not conceding a goal. Zuelli entered yesterday for 12 minutes plus injury time. Okay, we spoke. Serri's Jerry's a good player, but not yet a starter with a youth. So it's not a player that today is not thinking about him as the future of first time Juventus. And then you have a beautiful player, Ealing Jr. That for me, I was super happy to see him again at Juventus after the really assassin tackle of Di Francesco. He enters and again he shows, and the difference, because people tell me Beppe, but Ealing Jr. is doing fantastically well when he received the chance, and probably we are missing that a bit with Sule, but it's his position. Ealing Jr. is playing in that kind of 3-5-2 on the wing. He's a player that is going up and down, that loves to cross, loves to enter. And he's finding actually the moment of his life, also thanks to the formation, but also everything that he's touching is gold at the moment. And this is fantastic for him. Ealing Jr. playing in England, scoring his first goal that unfortunately was given to the defender of Arsenal at the end, because it was Rob Holding receiving that own goal. I don't know if it went on goal or not, but anyway, everything what he's touching is incredible. Of Ealing Jr. in form, super happy, because it will be a player that will be able to count on. So really good for Ealing Jr. That is now permanently in the first team. So not always you need like 5 years to arrive in the first team. If you are good, if you are in a momentum, if you are showing, then you are promoted, and then you play, and this is a super fantastic. Nongue. I was a bit sad that I didn't see Mbangula yesterday, because Mbangula, you will hear speaking about him. Unfortunately, we couldn't let him play. Maybe we'll see him in the next friendlies, but Mbangula is a future star. Thank you to Mr. Charles. Ciao Beppe, Forza Juve. Thank you for a donation. A lot of people from UK today in the chat. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Well, Mbangula, why am I speaking about him? Because he's coming from the same youth academy as Nongue, Joseph Nongue Buende. Both of them playing in the youth academy of Anderlecht. That's where I'm born. I see my friend Marcello as well with Anderlecht alla Di Maria. It's here. Anderlecht is 3 minutes with a car from me. So, coming from the youth academy of Anderlecht, Juventus, they did something incredible, because in the past they were never interested in Belgian players. But it's really strange, because golden generation, because a lot of players, De Bruyne, Hazard, all that generation of Belgian players, it's already trendy to have these Belgian players in their team. The first one that made his first official debut is Douda Peters, that unfortunately after that had a big problem when he was loaned out to Standard Liège. Then we had some other players that started now with... No, we can't say official, because officially you have the Winter that played with Juventus also last season. This season, not yet. But Nongue, you will hear speaking about him. Montero already said he can potentially become the new Davids of the future. Hopefully, because yesterday he showed with that no-look pass to Ealing Jr. that he had the balls. To do it. What we heard from him and what we are seeing from him with the youth academy, don't forget, the guy is 17. He's 17. Joseph Nongue Buende. My future top new favorite player. Physically, he's a beast at 17. Mamma mia, if I was like him at 17, I would be the king of the world today. Unfortunately, I was Sicilian. I am Sicilian. I'm not the same as Joseph Buende. Nongue is a beast. Fantastic. Physically, he doesn't need to develop himself. He's already developed. Yeah, if he doesn't stop developing, he will be, mamma mia. Strong. He has the technique. So, despite him being big 182, is able to play in short spaces. Bing bing bada bing bam boom bada bam. He's able to do that in short spaces despite being big. Bing bing bada bing bam boom bada bam. That's what he's doing with the ball. He's saying you to the ball, and the ball is saying yes sir. Yes sir to the ball. But not only is able in short spaces to play with the ball and hidden that ball to the opposition, but he's also able defensively to be really strong. Even when pressed, he's able to keep that ball on his feet, and he's able to dribble and to give that ball. Fantastic. Offensively, defensively. He's able, triple heart, triple lungs, to run physically. He's really great. Attenzione to Joseph. No, and I'm not discovering him since yesterday, because then people will say it's easy now, Beppe. You never spoke about him. No, I already spoke about him. I already told you, attenzione, when I was tweeting. Some people were asking who are the great players that are upcoming. Mbangula, Nongue, Haza, Mancini, Kenan Yildiz is easy, yeah? It's easy to say Kenan Yildiz, on top of Barbieri, even Barrenechea can do something. We have some great talents there, but Nongue, attenzione. I don't see him. Now, stop. I don't see him playing with Juventus this season, first team. I see him continuing with the under 19 this season, growing maybe next season, going to the under 23, and then some games you need him, you have him. We already have a lot of midfielders, or we are supposed to have a lot of midfielders. Beppe, I'm not an Argentina fan, but I had 10 heart attacks during that game. I believe for a neutral fan, because we spoke in the first 40 minutes, we spoke about the World Cup, that as a neutral fan, it was fantastic. From the 80th minute, it was fantastic for a neutral fan to watch that game. That was a ping pong game from one side to the other. I'm a neutral. I was more a France supporter than an Argentina supporter. But today we saw beautiful things. It was really nice. At the end, it had to be Messi, and Messi won. So congratulations to Argentina, Leo Messi, but especially to our guys Paredes and Di Maria, and also happy for Paulo Dybala that guys he scored his penalty. He scored alla Bernardeschi. Yaya Touré, yes. Even if the word of the name of Davids. Who was man of the match against Arsenal? In my opinion. Man of the match. I would say it's probably Barbieri. Barbieri was really good. Perin Barbieri. But also the Riccio, Barbieri, Riccio, Perin. Yeah. Pinsoglio received a 10 on that app. Abai is saying, what is Abai saying? Abai is saying Di Maria made Koundé want to retire today at 24. Yeah, Di Maria today was a plan. I hope, I pray, please, the God of football, listen to me. Bring us that Di Maria. I wish. And no, Steve, I don't agree. It's not because Messi deserves this. Guys, a lot of people deserve. It's a team of Argentina that deserve. Because they were stronger. And McAllister, guys, forget about him. I know, forget about McAllister, forget about these players. Yeah, it's impossible. It's like Guardiol, forget. How do you write McAllister? Because I'm writing, but I don't find him. Wait. We will find him like this. I wanted to show you. No. Let me go back. Competitions. Hey, I don't know why. Can someone write me exactly? Because that's the problem with um wait. I'm trying to go to Argentina, guys. Come on, here, Argentina. Andiamo. Here we go. McAllister. It's like this. McAllister. Brighton and above. Look, look. He was already at the 3rd of November. He was already increasing to 32 million euro. Okay, he comes from Boca Juniors. Boca Juniors. On loan, end of loan, 12.5 was his value at the time. Look, forget about him. The value of that player will go sky high. Already playing it with in Premier League, Brighton and low, above. Forget. But he was great. He was really great. Now it's a World Cup champion, so it's too late. These players, 23, he will be 24 in a few days. These kind of players, guys, or you're really fast on them, or it's over. Look, World Cup made some players inaccessible. McAllister is one of them. Enzo Fernandez from Benfica is already over now. He was already good. Now it's even more. Some people were complaining that he was not starting. He fought and he deserved that starting spot. But you also have players like Guardiol. I saw some people ready to spend over 100 million euro for him. Amrabat, a player that I'm following since long, that I'm always believing. Forget about him, because you will have a lot of offers from everywhere. So there are some players like that they increase their value really a lot. Who can tell me other players that increase their value in that World Cup? Paredes is still accessible, Peter. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Abay is saying Enzo Fernandez. Wait, I think no one noticed Enzo Fernandez, so we can sneak. No, we noticed him. We noticed him really well. Best young player from the tournament. I believe that it's too late now. I really want Juve that played with a 4-3-3, Martin, but at the moment it's not possible. We don't have a left back. We don't have a right back. There is Danilo, but he's even better as a center back, so in a 3-man defense. So that's not at the moment. It's not possible. So who impressed? Bunu, the goalkeeper. Yeah, he was already doing well in Spain in La Liga. So it's not anonymous. Mohamed Kudus, that I was really watching before the tournament. If you watch the video before the World Cup, I was telling you attention to that player. Well, not that I am a genius, but look, he did really well. Peniel, Gakpo also, yeah. Gakpo was already showing in Eredivisie PSV, but it was a bit snubbed because it was Eredivisie, so people said, who cares about him? But he proved 3 goals at the World Cup. The first game, he was fantastic for the Netherlands. But look, the value that he took with Manchester United, ready to spend so many money for him. Cyril Beppe, what do you think of Tagliafico for Juventus at left back? No, he played a really great World Cup as well. Tagliafico, yeah, he played also a great one. Salem Al Dawsari also Havar also increased the value. Juve has always been better with the 3-5-2. Always not, but in recent history, if we are looking at a contest 3-5-2 and the first Juves of Allegri 3-5-2, yes. But it depends also on the men that you have. That team, a complete team, is better with another formation than the 3-5-2. Number 8 in Morocco, Onouhi, something like that. Oh yeah, he was super fantastic. Yes, super fantastic. Amrabat, Onuhi, who else was great for Morocco? The goalkeeper. They had some really fantastic players there. Huh? And they were missing at probably their best player that is playing at Marseille. Rabiot, well, the problem is Rabiot increasing value. No, because the value will be at zero at the end of the tournament, because at the end of the season, because it's over. Because it's over, his contract, but he increased probably his salary. He increased his salary. I wanted to show you something, mi amigos. Mi amigos. I wanted to show you something. This. What is this? What is this? I even made the players bigger so that you are able to watch them. This is a possible. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. And then we finish in the last part at 10 minutes and then we stop. It's the possible Juventus in 5 years' time. Okay? Possible Juventus in 5 years' time. Made by. So I made the players here, but actually it's an article from Giovanni Albanese. Okay? What are they saying? What is he saying? That can be the. It will not be like that, okay? Because we will sell players, we will buy players, sign players. It will be totally different in fact. But it's a game. It's a small game. Potentially, what can be a Juventus in 5 years' time? So he said, or Carnesecchi or Vicario in the goal. I have taken the youngest one, who is Carnesecchi. Why? Because he's 22 today. 27 in 5 years' time. Carnesecchi, that can be potentially a really, really, really great goalkeeper for Juventus in the future. Pay attention to Donnarumma, that is still around. But at the salary that he's earning, I think it's better to go for a Vicario or a Carnesecchi. Riccio there with Huijsen and Gatti. Gatti hopefully can start to deliver beautiful performances, because he could be, and that's also the idea, one of the leaders of the defense in the 5 next years. With Riccio in the middle, Huijsen, who is Huijsen? Dutch player from Malaga. Played at Malaga. He was really, really great. And the guy is already a beast. Yesterday he was on the bench. He was on the bench. He didn't play. But if you didn't hear yet about Huijsen, pay attention to that young kid that has that skill of scoring goals with a header. Corner kicks, free kicks, whatever. He goes boom, boom, and he's really great defensively. Ealing Jr. on the left, on the right side, Barbieri, and then you have a Locatelli, captain of the future, with Nongue and Miretti. Up front, Yildiz and Mancini. Why Yildiz and Mancini? Because Yildiz has that number 10 alla Del Piero. Attenzione, I'm not saying Yildiz is Del Piero. I'm not saying it's the new Del Piero. But the moves, the technicality, that number 10 position, that is Yildiz, and that real striker that Italy is missing since so many years. Well, that Mancini kid has it. Mancini has that Italian striker of the future. The Del Piero Trezeguet. Del Piero, Yildiz, Trezeguet, Mancini. It will not be like that, okay? It's a game. Ealing Jr. on the left, Barbieri on the right, Nongue, Miretti, Locatelli, Huijsen, Riccio, Gatti, Carnesecchi. Guys, the only one that we bought here is Carnesecchi. The other ones are already Juve material. Then you will tell me, where is Fagioli? Where are Chiesa? Well, probably it's too easy to put Chiesa and Fagioli there, but probably at a certain moment you sell. And also, guys, it's not my lineup. It's the lineup of Giovanni Albanese. I didn't ask him why these players are not there. Probably because Fagioli is 21 already, or yeah, it's 21. Miretti is 19. Maybe they give a bit more to Miretti with Locatelli that is there for the maturity to be the old guy there. I don't know. I didn't ask him. But what I want to show with that small game is one thing. If I would have made a lineup mixed with under 19, because these players are, except of Gatti, Locatelli, Carnesecchi, they are under 22. Under 23, under 19 players. And if in the past I would have done that formation 2 years ago, with other names probably, a lot of people would have told me, Beppe, we never heard about them. We don't know who they are. Today, I'm making this, and I can guarantee you that probably 80% of the chat, they heard about all these players there. And 10 on 11 are already Juve players. We will sell some. This will not be the lineup of 5 years. Maybe Chiesa will still be there. Maybe he will be sold to cash in. We don't know what the future will tell. Same for Fagioli. We don't know. Maybe Locatelli will leave. Maybe Yildiz will have a big offer. We don't know. But just to tell you that these players, we can say easily that they have really a future. And that's already a big, big, big win for Juventus. I want to go to my friend, Mohamed Youssef. Grande Mohamed Youssef. Thank you for the donation, my buddy. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome back. I know that you were super, super, super busy. So I will read your message. Great World Cup. Very, very intense. Now, our biggest story will start with Juve. Hopes with all the noise. Who are the players we trust to carry the team? Can we answer the question, and Mangula as well, Abai, and Mangula. But yeah, at a certain moment you put 11. Of course, the team is not only made of 11 players. And people are sad for Dusan. Who can tell me and answer the question of Mohamed? From now on until the end of the season, realistically, who are the players that we trust that can carry Juventus as a team? Peniel, I just answered the question. The abilities, future, Nonghé as Edgar Davids and Barbieri as Zambrotta from the game of yesterday. Yeah. So who? Danilo. About Chiesa, if I can promise you that he's 100% fit until the end of the season, I tell you Chiesa. If Chiesa, what I predicted since so long time, I said, from the moment that Chiesa will come, he will have up and downs. Muscle fatigue here, slightly injury there, and we see it now. If it's up and down, it will not be Chiesa that will carry the team. If it's 100%, yes. Bremer, yes, I agree. Danilo, Bremer, I agree. I don't see Stavros Keane being the leader to carry Juventus, even if I'm super happy about the progression. But Keane is still, for me, a bit fragile. Locatelli could be. Rabiot depends how interested he will be. I believe he will. I really believe he will until the end of the season. I'm not even sure if Rabiot will stay until the end, because maybe Juventus wants to take the opportunity to cash in a bit, but a lot depended on Pogba, and with Pogba being a big question mark, I think that Juventus will say, you know what, keep him until the end of the year. It's a pity, but it is what it is. So if Rabiot stays, yes, but be aware that Rabiot will leave until the end. He will leave at the end. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry. Locatelli, yes, I think. Calogero is saying Chiesa season start next season. This season is just to get back. Yeah, I think that every single minute that we see, every single goal, assist, beautiful performance is a bonus. We take them, we are not refusing them, but everyone is a bonus from Chiesa this season. I agree. Dusan Vlahovic, well, depending on the growing pain. And Dusan Vlahovic, he needs also to be a leader on the field for the team more than himself at the moment. Hey, we don't have a lot of leaders. No, Gatti not, Punzara. Gatti not, not yet. I see the name of Fagioli. Owen. Ciao, Owen. Mamma mia, that's a long time ago that I didn't see Owen in a live. Ciao, Owen. Vlahovic, for me, can be sold, but do not touch Fagioli and Chiesa. Fagioli can be important for Juventus. Can be important. Rabiot, I think, will need some weeks to recover mentally. Yeah. sell Rabiot this mercato. But it's not about selling Rabiot this mercato. You say no matter what happens with Pogba. If you have no Pogba, if you have no Rabiot, if you have no probably McKennie at 100%, who do you stay there? With all the injuries that we have in the middle, Paredes is not the one that will change you. So it's a big move, huh? It's a big move. Missing the two Frenchmen, one because you sold him, one because he's injured and you don't know when he will come back. And even when he will come back, it's already 1 year that he's not playing football. So we can also consider him a bit like, yes, a player that we are doubting, we don't know. Nirai, thank you for your donation, my buddy. Juventus do well is Italy do well. No, Italy at the last 2 World Cups must qualify for 2026. Sorry for 4 kids who have not seen Italy at the World Cup. Well, my son didn't see Italy at the World Cup. He's 14, so we have to go back to the last time that he was 6. He was 6. He was not caring about football at the time, and Italy didn't even give him the chance to get into football at that time because we were out in the group stages. So, you see. Wait, 2002, he was not born. 2006, he was not born. 2008, there was no World Cup. So 2010, he was 4 years. And then he was 8 in 2014. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know. No, we didn't play in 2014. He was 6 in 14. Yeah, 18. We were not there. And now we are not there. So it's true. Huh? I honestly don't know if in 4 year times we will be ready to have a possible winning Italy. If you look at the teams of France, even Spain, that had a difficult World Cup, but even Spain, there were some young teams there. Attention to USA, from the moment that they are able to get rid of some 35 years old players that were there. I don't know why. But they had a beautiful basis, and in 4 years, a lot of things can change, guys. Then qualify to the World Cup, yes, of course, yes. But I'm really sorry also. Luckily, we had that intermezzo of winning the Euro, which is also an important thing, but not comparable to winning the World Cup. Peloso B today brought back serious memories of the shootout in 2006. I ran into the streets screaming happiness. Yeah. I was also thinking about it. It was crazy. Guys, last question. Tomorrow, I'm live on Twitch Juventus with 90% because you never know in live, so attenzione. But with a player that was there and that also played, I can't reveal the name, yesterday, Arsenal Juve, players of Juventus, of course. So I can't reveal you the name. It's a secret. Also, if you guess, I will not tell you who it is. It will be in Italian, okay? The live will be in Italian. Can you ask me a question that you want me to ask tomorrow? So you can't go personal because I will not reveal the player who it is. But can you ask me a question that I will ask the player? Then, guys, if tomorrow there are no players with me, something happened in the meanwhile. Juventus is more important than live on Twitch. The schedules can change. But normally it's planned that tomorrow there is a player with me on the live on Twitch. So give me a question. I will try to read that you want me to ask. And if you're not there during the live, I will also repeat it here on the channel, of course. Question, how was it? And again, thank you, Niraj, for the donation. How was it when you came here? Where? At Juventus in general, Punsara, or in London, in the stadium, Emirates Stadium? What else? I need some questions from you guys. What made you choose Juve? Good question, Punsara. Does the squad believe in the Scudetto? Guys, Lester, if I ask that tomorrow, what do you think the answer will be? They will say yes. Whoever I ask the question. It's easy. Where is Ronaldo? We'll ask you, where is Ronaldo? Uh, uh, I will not. I will not tell you who it is, so it makes no sense to guess. Perin, how did you feel when Pirlo scored free kick? Guys, I will not tell you who it is. Uh, I didn't even say if it's a first team, under 23, next gen, under 19 player. I didn't say, no, I can't tell. I can't tell. Because then if tomorrow the plans change, guys, then it's not okay. What is your favorite team? Beautiful. What's your favorite part of Juve? That's a good question. I like that. Your favorite part of Juventus. I like that. Mohamed Youssef, thank you for the donation, my buddy. Beppe, this World Cup proves Allegri tactic, isn't it? Only the team who defended well passed. The teams with most possession lost. Well, until the final, and continue with the question because I really want to read them. Because I want to pick one or two, maybe three questions that I want to ask tomorrow, coming from here. Until the final, yes. Until the final, yes. Then, in the final, Argentina won, and Argentina was the one with the most possessions, with the most attempts on goal. So they are changing history. At the end, the one that won the World Cup is the one that played in a different way. But it's true that this World Cup, if you are looking at generally, but it's also different because you have 7 games. You have a lot of small teams that surprisingly are there, that are Japan, Morocco, for example, but also Croatia. It's a small tournament. It's boom, 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 But it's true that a lot of people, they saw also yesterday, Arsenal, Juve, that, I am not a fan of Allegri ball. I am not a fan of Pep Guardiola ball. I am not a fan of club ball. In terms of absolutism, what does that mean? I love Allegri ball. I love Pep Guardiola. I love Antonio Conte. I love Klopp. But I don't believe there is only one way. And I believe this is a danger of today's football. In today's football, we go with bold statements. It's right or it's left. It's right or it's wrong. It's up or down. It's black or white. And I believe that's a miss. There is not only one way to win in football. There is not only, expected goals that is telling you. It's important stat, but not the Holy Bible, and that's, I believe, the problem. You can win in different ways. You can have luck, can have no luck, you can have this, you can have that. And from the moment that people will start to accept that you have different ways of winning in football or losing in football, I believe it will be a chiller world where dialogue will be better. I believe. But who am I? But thank you for your donation, Muhammad Youssef. Let me read the other questions. Who are they? Chiesa, how does the number 7 feel? Guido, I tell you, I can't tell you who it will be. Peloso, Beppe, when will we have another Sicilian team in Serie A? I don't know, buddy. I really don't know. Juve should move and merge with Qatar. I hope not. Rate Bepe's bird. I will ask that. Peniel, Jerry, Beppe, what I want to ask is, are they happy with Allegri as a coach? Are they happy with the tactics? Peniel, seriously, imagine, tomorrow I go live, I have a player, and I ask, Peniel, Jerry, he asked, if I could tell you or ask you, are you happy with the tactics of Allegri and him actually as a coach? On the Juventus official channel, the player will tell me, I don't like Allegri. Guys, seriously. Ask valid questions. Can you imagine? Evgeny, beautiful question. How to become a Juve fan now if you're just starting watching football and haven't seen players like Buffon, Nedved, Del Piero, Pirlo, Tevez, and so on and so on? It's a fantastic question. Well, guys, my son started watching really seriously Juve and loving Juve this season. I never oblige him to watch football, to love football. to love Juve or whatever. He could do whatever he wanted. And in the beginning, he was not interested. I believe that you, as a Juventino, you have a responsibility, not in obliging people to love football and love Juventus, because obliging people makes no sense for me, or lying makes no sense for me. But I believe that all of us, we have a responsibility in being objective, but also explaining to other people why we love Juve and why Juventus is today the team with 27 players that won the World Cup. Most biggest club, the first team that won all European competitions. A team that unfortunately also, because it's part of our history, lost the most finals of Champions League. We arrived 9 times, which is a lot, but we lost also a lot. But what is Juventus DNA? How it is? Explaining also to young generation that sometimes you win, and luckily with Juventus you win a lot, but there are also cycles where you lose. I believe it's our responsibility. If I put titles on the videos, for example, after a loss, and I put joke of a club, if I am someone that is trying to speak about my favorite thing in the world, football and Juventus, and I put joke of a club as a title, people will watch me and they will say, Beppe, if you don't even respect the club that you love, I have no affinity with Juventus. Why should I respect the club that you don't even respect? You see, it doesn't mean changing the reality, but it's explaining why and how. So I believe that we have a responsibility, and it starts with paying attention how we speak about our beloved Juventus. Anyway, that's another topic. So what are your questions, guys? What will your advice be for a young boy, girl whose dream is to play for Juve? Beautiful question. Beautiful question. Adaptability in play style is preferable. However, it's tough to get players that can change tactic half to half. It's true. I love the question here. What will be your advice for a young that wants to play for Juve? Why Juve players always have stomach problems? What? Indeed. Maybe I can ask that one. Yeah. I will ask that one. What about the chef cook? Attenzione. Call me pity, but I was happy when Lautaro. I had a nightmare. I tell you, and then we finish. I had a nightmare. My nightmare was that the penalties could go until the last one, with Lautaro Martinez scoring the last penalty, celebrating as crazy. Why? Because for the remaining part of my life, every time that I would see an image, a goal, a recap of World Cup 2022, I would have had Lautaro Martinez celebrating the final one. Mamma mia, I hated the idea. I was for France. I told it I was supporting a bit more France as a neutral, a bit more France than Argentina. But when, who was it? The number 4, he went there. I don't even know who it is, and I'm happy. When he went there on the penalty kick, I said, you know what? Score, and we finish there. Because it would have been a nightmare. 2022 would have been ruined for the rest of your life, seeing an Inter player celebrating. Mamma mia, that would have been the nightmare of my life. We can't. The football is too nice, too beautiful to finish with an Inter player doing that. No. Loving club is one thing, loving football is another one. Yeah, it's true. Paolo scored as well. I was happy for Paolo, of course. I was thinking that he would miss it. You know why? Because there is a stat that I saw also the last time with, I don't remember what game, but I don't remember. But anyway, the players that are entering from the bench, but just for the penalties, that last minute, 120th minute change for the penalties, most of the time they are missing their penalty. I saw a stats like that was totally crazy. It happened with Spain as well. Spain versus, I don't remember who that eliminated them. Who eliminated Spain? I forgot. It's already like 1 month ago. Um, who eliminated Spain, guys? Morocco? Yeah, Morocco. It was Morocco, no? Eh. Well, the players that entered, both of them they missed. And I thought, Mamma Mia, he will miss. It was Morocco, yeah. I said, he will miss. He will miss. Luckily for him, not. Would have been pity, yeah, because actually, he didn't play a lot. But I'm happy. I'm happy for him. Look, 7 years with Juve, 115 goals, if I'm not wrong. Beautiful, huh? Bebe, I see you are playing the finals of the Super Cup. What Super Cup? Anyway, ragazzi, it was really nice. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. 2 hours 15 not live. I really enjoyed it. Oh, we lost. We lost some subs. We lost some subs. This is because you don't put a lot of maximum of likes. Huh? And now that hurts. 127 likes, 2 hours of live. We had a peak of how much? I don't see the peak. Anyway, we had a peak of, I don't see here the peak of viewers. I don't know if we will reach the dream. How much do we have? 11 days. 11 days. 11 days to reach 23,000 Juventini on the channel. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. Thank you. Bonne nuit. Bonne nuit. Buonanotte a tutti. Grazie. And as always, we say it. Forza Juve. Ciao. Ciao ragazzi.